Hey guys, this video is how to kiss a woman well. How to kiss a woman in a sensual way, in a sexual way. How to kiss a woman as part of the foreplay, but also just generally how to give her a really nice kiss that she can kind of appreciate you through. So we all know that kissing is really important for women, and they really kind of read what you're going to be like as a lover. It's a very important first impression of your sensuality and what you're like in bed if you want. So you want to get it right. Now, I don't claim that what I'm going to tell you is the only true way to kiss. It's a good way to kiss. It's sensual, it's sexual, it's likely to make a good impression on a woman. But by all means, there are many different techniques and different ways of kissing. You can just take this one on board and see, how that goes for you. Now, the two things that women complain about the most are these. The first one is called "he was eating my face." And that's when, a guy just, he's seen it in the movies, how, all these like action actors who's just been through, adrenaline and explosions and shooting, and then they, collide and they start like, passionately being all over each other. So there's this idea that, you need to be expressing your passion by just completely munching on her face and like slobbering all over it. And that's gonna be like, really intense and passionate for her. It's really overwhelming, and women often feel kind of, squeamish about it and a bit disgusted by it and just really kind of shocked by it. So do not eat her face. That's one thing. Don't go overly passionate, overly intense. You want to be really, really calm, really slow, just completely calm. That is the best kiss. The second thing that women complain about is he was shoving his tongue down my throat. And that basically means you were shoving her tongue somewhere in her mouth. Just do not shove your tongue anywhere. Don't use your tongue in that way. Just don't use it at all on the first kiss, maybe later in the heat of passion as you are inside her with your cock and it's going at full intensity. That would probably be a moment to put your tongue inside her mouth as well, but not when you're still dressed and you're still just kissing each other. Don't shove your tongue into her mouth. So I'm gonna try to describe to you how to kiss. I'm sorry I don't have a demo. I have demos on videos on my online courses, but here I can only describe it in words. You want to be completely calm. You don't want to be overly intense. You want to be really calm but confident, calm but present. Like you have all the time in the world. There's no need to rush this kiss, and you want to be a slow kisser. And as you approach her lips, lick them a little bit on the surface, just, not very noticeably, not like that, just in a little bit. So to make sure that the surface is wet, so you're not kind of dragging on her lips. And then when you approach her lips, just make contact. And from then on, you want to keep telling yourself that you want to be exploring the softness. I want to feel the softness of her lips. So you're keeping your lips quite loose, not kind of hanging, but they're quite loose, they're not stiff. They're just kind of, they allow themselves to be malleable, they allow themselves to flow, and you start flowing over her lips a little, looking for the shapes of her lips with your lips, enjoying the softness. You're exploring her lips, you're kind of moving on her lips, feeling how they kind of fit in between your lips, how you're kind of slowly sliding, a little bit brushing through them. Sometimes your tongue can just, be in contact and lick them a little bit as well, but just not going in. And as you are moving like this on her lips, exploring them softly, with softness, with a flow, sometimes you're kind of looking for a lock, for a fit, where your lips would kind of naturally fit together a little bit, like lock in. And that's a moment to stay for a moment and just feel a bit of suction between you, like like you're really kind of sucking into each other. And then you move on and you keep exploring, keep flowing gently through her lips, enjoying the wetness, enjoying the softness. And then maybe you do another lock, you just find that lock again where you naturally kind of fit into each other and just staying there for a moment, enjoying that connection, and then you carry on flowing. Sometimes it's nice to do a little bit of kind of less of a contact, a bit of kind of lighter brushing through the lips. Sometimes it's nice to give it a little lick. with your tongue. When it comes to tongues, the actual kind of like, you know, the tongue action inside the mouth, what I would say is, you know, don't volunteer it, don't offer it yourself, because it's a high-risk thing, you know. What if she doesn't like the tongues? Then you're really gonna put her off. You're really gonna shut down her. Don't initiate it. If she starts using tongues inside your mouth, then you know she's into it, then you know she wants it. So then you can, you know, match it basically. Just do what she's doing, just repeat after her. And the last thing I would say is, in that kind of soft, sensual exploration, you might escalate just a little bit, so it just gets a little bit more firm, a little bit more passionate with time, a little bit more fast with time, but just make sure there's like a gradual curve. Yeah, guys, this is not an exact science. You can't do it step 1, step 2, step 3. It has to be really kind of present and really essential. So you're gonna have to let yourself go into it a little bit and just really kind of enjoy exploring and enjoy flowing through it, and don't be overly anxious about it. Try to just confidently enjoy her lips. Keep in mind that the main thing you want to focus on, the best thing, the best advice I can give you is keep enjoying the feel of her lips. Really appreciate the feel of her lips, the softness of them, the shape of them, how you just enjoy flowing over them and feeling them, how they fall in between your lips, how you're sucking gently on them. So if you just stay in that really kind of deep enjoyment of them, then you're not going to be eating them, and you're not going to be too stiff, and you're not going to come across as too anxious. You're just kind of you're going to match their softness with just enough balance of softness and firmness from you. So keep that in mind. Just keep enjoying her lips. That's it, guys. And the next thing from here would be to do some really good foreplay, a good foreplay sequence for her that will get her really aroused. So go and watch the video that I have called The Best Foreplay Sequence to Turn on a Woman. Enjoy.